What's up YouTube, this is Cody with Team Dark Soul, and today I'm bringing you a deck profile on Lancer Frogs because I think the deck is really fun and it's actually very playable now considering the format is very slow, well much slower than it used to be. So yeah, I'm just going to go through the deck and explain some of my choices. Alright, so first off, you're going to start with 3 Sea Lancers. Sorry about the glare. Basically what he does is you normal summon him, well, basically tribute summon him, and you get to add any amount of frog monsters and equip it to him, and he gains 1,000 attack automatically for any equipped monster on him. And if he were to be destroyed, you just take one of the equipped frogs off and he gets to stay on the field. So if you have 5 removed from play frogs, you can equip him, all 5 to him, and he will be safe for basically 5 anything that would destroy him, basically. So it wastes a lot of resources and it's just a really good card. Next, because the deck does have a lot of ways to special summon your frogs out very easily, you run to Obelisk because you get him out, they can't negate his summon, he can't be targeted, he's a 4K beater, and he's just mean. Next is one of the next cards that are really good in the deck. It's Light and Darkness Dragon, because basically he can negate any trap or spell card, and when he does, he has to lose 500 attack, but if he gets destroyed, you basically can special summon any monster out of your graveyard, so that's really nice. Plus he does waste a lot of resources. For the Monarchs, you have 2 Caius, because he is 1 tribute and he removes anything. Next we have 1 Ryza, because he slows down your opponent for a turn, and yeah, he's just a really good beater too. That's it for the Monarchs. Next is 2 Vanity's Fiend, because a lot of decks special summon, and he negates basically any special summon. So you have to know when to play him just right, because he can mess up with your special summons, but when you get him out, they have to waste a lot of resources. Next you have Gores, because you only run 3 traps in the deck, and he's really good. I mean, this guy's a game winner just by himself. So, next is the Frog Engine. You have 3 Swap Frogs. He's your main card. You can special summon him by discarding a water type monster. And if you do it to a frog, which you're most likely going to do it to, that's another frog in the grave. And when he's normal or special summoned, you get to add any frog to your hand. So, it's really nice. Next, you run 3 Ronan Toad. Now this you have to run, because the deck runs so many monsters that you need to tribute. And Ronan Toad is, he can just get out, yeah, he can be really crazy, because you can get him out by banishing a frog and special summon him, and he gets you a lot of your plays, and he gets out Obelisk mainly. Next, you have 2 treeborn frogs, because he's in the grave. Everyone knows what treeborn does. He's just an insane card, and he's really good. Next, you run 2 dupe frog, mainly for his ability to add frogs to your hand. And also he's got 2,000 defense and a level 2, so he can go into Gachi Yachi, which actually I think all the frogs are besides Treeborn. So next, 2 poison draw frogs, because when he's equipped to Sea Lancer, and removed, you still get to draw a card, and he's just another frog to fill up the grave. Next, for more defense, in case you don't draw your frogs, you have 3 Battle Faders. Battle Fader's good because you can use it and then next turn tribute it for one of your monarchs or something you need, and he gets off a lot of your plays. Next is 2 Snowman Eater, because if you put him in defense, they'll think it's a frog, and when they see Snowman Eater, then yeah, he's just good. Next you run 1 Reiko, because he's basically an easy way to get frogs into your grave. It's mainly what you wanted to do, and you get to pop a card, so that's always good. And that's it for the monsters. There are very few spell and traps, but there still are, so I'll just go through them. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Heavy. Those are pretty much staples in every deck now, so gotta run them. Next is 2 Mystical Space Typhoons for extra trap destruction, and 1 Book of Moon. So that's good. And you only run 3 traps, and it is 3 Spiritual Water Art. I think it's AO. Because basically what it is you tribute a water monster, look at your opponent's hand, and discard a card. So you get to see what they have, know what to prepare for, and you get to discard their biggest threat you think that they have, which is nice. Next, for the extra deck, of course, you gotta have your Gorz token. And it's basically just a lot of level 2 exceeds. So you got Shining Elf, 3 Gachi Gachi, because you can go into them for the attack bonus, or just if you need defense. Number 96 Dark Mist, because he is pretty good. He takes 3 level 2 monsters, but basically you can have the attack of a monster, your opponent's monster, and he gains that. So next you have 2 Leviathan, just on the off chance you actually get your Snowman Eaters to stay on the field and stuff like that. So yeah, that is basically the deck, and yeah, we are hoping to do some, I believe, trade binder videos, because we do have a lot of stuff on our binders now. I believe we might have a few decks for sale, and I know we have more deck lists to go. And pretty soon we'll have pretty much a plain monarch deck with illusory snatchers and stuff like that, so please stay tuned for that. And as always, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and peace out.